Hey guys, this is Marek Ishtar coming to you pre-recorded from my quarantine bunker in the middle of this coronavirus outbreak. So yesterday was a haha joke day, aka April Fools, and I made a very, very funny, stupid video that kind of took off out of nowhere. And so today I said, you know what, since I kind of lost my voice from yelling all day yesterday a little bit, I was sometimes talking a little low so we can keep some voice quality here. I might as well do a sort of fixing of the sins, if you will. So I brought out my collection of Diamond Select Kingdom Hearts figures here. Now these guys were very recently made, and honestly, they're very nice for what they are, but they do have some problems. But we're going to talk about those today and everything like that. So here's the magic hand. Anyway, so taking a look at the first figure here. You know what, let's talk about the Heartless first, because so these guys are, three different types of, soldier. We got two of the same mold of the soldier here. And then one last one, which has different paint application. I think it's supposed to look like it's from the Space Paranoids with the colors, but every other color is pretty much this one-to-one, with the exception of, oh, no, there's some extra detailing there. Yeah, now that I look at this thing through the camera a little bit more, this might be from the Space Paranoid section of Kingdom Hearts 2, or Dream Drop Distance as well, but I don't, oh, but wait, oh, no, there were no Heartless in Dream Drop, right? But yeah, so it's got little techno detailing, some little pink on this thing, pink in the helmet, a little more. And over here you got, more gold, bronze, more silverish colors. Yeah, very, very evocative of that. So yeah, these are the regular soldiers. Both the same pretty much in detail and shit like that. Nice figures, but they're barely articulated. No leg articulation or anything like that. Mostly in the arms. They can really only pose with their magical arms and shit like that. And there's Mickey going again. Man, we'll talk about Mickey in a moment. But yeah, it's pretty much the same. Now, the worst Heartless out of the bunch, but I still like it anyway, just because of what it is, and just how it looks really nice, is the Shadow. The Shadow has no articulation whatsoever. It's more of a statue. I can honestly understand why. It's easy to make one mold. Just look at this thing, and honestly, this could be like a little, whatchamacallit, a little decoration. You could probably hang this off of let's say a phone or something like that. Have it come in I don't know, like that, like a little angle. You sort of have it hanging over something, put its arms. You won't be able to see it, but I'm trying to lean it on my phone right now. So yeah, you can sort of have it come over like it's climbing something, maybe, if you really want to do something weird with it. But that's just the point. And the other Mickey Mouse fell over. There's two Mickeys that I know so far have been released, because I haven't been buying any more of these lately. I kind of got all the ones I wanted. There's just a lot of variations on various characters. Anyway, let's move on to the next set of small figures. I'm going to move the Heartless out of the way, and we'll get on to Mickey Mouse, who's going to take the main stage show. So here is something that I'm surprised that Diamond Select got away with. So Mickey Mouse really kind of looks like shit. Oh, God. And he can barely stand up. Both of these figures have very poor standing things. So, yeah, there's Kingdom Key D. There's his Wayfinder Keyblade. Now, honestly, the Keyblades in these are really, really nice, especially the Wayfinder. But looking at Mickey Mouse, or the Wishing Star, whatever it's called, I think it's the Wayfinder. I don't remember the Keyblade names right off the top of my head. I'd have to look at them or something like that to remember. But yeah, Mickey Mouse, he's missing his eyebrows, obviously, so there's no paint detailing there. Poor sort of paint application on that. The Keyblade looks the best. This is very evocative of, Western action figure design and how it's sort of done, but these are very flat colors. And the best way I could put this is, if you ever feel like chalk, the plastic is very chalky in terms of feeling. It's, it's good plastic. It's I wouldn't say it's PVC or anything like that, but it's got this texture to it that's this is painted over. It's almost, I guess, like acrylic paint, that's easy to chip and everything like that, but it doesn't chip, it's like perfect. I think it might be molded in plastic. But clearly you can see this Mickey Mouse is, if I can get him to stand up and if the camera will, focus, there we go. His, very much a Mickey Mouse in terms of color and everything like that. But missing his eyebrows, he looks like, I don't know what, like he's seen something and is just like, maybe gone to a magic mushroom stash, I don't know. Considering that someone theorized that Kingdom Hearts 4 might be related to other video games and Mickey Mouse might call Mario, but that's just a theory, shit theory. But yeah, so this Mickey Mouse, no tail. The Keyblade, once again, the Keyblade really good. I cannot stress that enough. So, another shot, another angle of the Keyblade, not much. Like, the Keyblade is the best thing about this guy. I'm not really a fan of Mickey Mouse, especially Disney terms, but, this is a decent figurine. It infiltrated my collection kind of because he came with, like, another figure I wanted. That's kind of the reason why I got most of these figures, is because, they did them in, like, multi-packs for some reason. And some of them have ones that I really wanted, so I said, fuck it, I can have a Mickey Mouse now. So here's the second Mickey Mouse. This one looks slightly more fucked up. He's way smaller than the other one. Other Mickey Mouse is pretty damn big, kind of a comparison. I think you saw it before, but let me try to get this going here. So like that. Wow, we're pushing on 6 minutes already. But there's a lot of figures and a lot to cover, so I understand that. Yeah. Like, clearly he's bigger. Widow's Peak to the Moon kind of has that sort of Dracula. Like, Mickey Mouse has a hairstyle that kind of looks like Dracula, my best guess being. Then again, he has a mouse that likes to shave his face completely, so it's understandable why. But yeah, pretty much same plastic, though there's a slight different texture to it. He's got his Cloak of Darkness. Now, here's a little detail I find funny. So, I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently the hood has flaps that he can put his ears in when it's up. I don't know how true that is in the game. And he also has a little hole for his tail, which is a little high on his back, so it kind of looks like a weird sort of spinal tap device or whatever the hell. But, I don't know, man. It's the design of the figure. You can't really fault it because you're not really going to see it from behind, but yeah. Like, I don't know, this is very evocative of the games, and there goes other Mickey fell right over. But yeah, the Kingdom, once again, the Keyblade is the best part, really. The feet can barely stand despite the bottoms being very flat with that, it kind of, like, the bottom of the feet have, like, a weird texture of wood, I guess, painted wood. But these clearly aren't wood, they're plastic, like, I don't know, it might be my sort of weird feeling of, like, the textures of the plastic and shit, but yeah, like, this is, clearly painted Keyblade, you sort of feel it. My best guess, I think they might have molded it in silver and just painted the blade gold. Easy to do that, just dip it in and just, spread it out. Easy, and then paint that little shit. Paint all the rest of the detail. Like, it's really nice painting detail. Like, the chains even look good. But, moving on to the bigger figures. Now, here's where I'm going to talk a little bit about more of the quality assurance here. So, now, I'm going to first talk about Axel. Now, these figures are very much like a sort of, I guess, SH Figuarts level or Bandai sort of collection, I guess, because they make these types of figures all the time. And this is like basically an American version, a much cheaper American alternative that are, really good just to look at on a shelf. Though when you get in close, they kind of look weird. Anyway, so this is Axel. Axel's really cool, like, in terms of design. But here, if we let the camera focus, you can kind of see Axel looks like a woman. Maybe they had some spare sort of molding, I don't know. But hopefully we can zoom in and I can see you can see the detail in his eyes. Because this is the detail that I noticed very much so when I got him out of the box. Let's see, focus. Oh man, there's a cobweb. But the heck did I? Is that a cobweb or is that a light shining off him? Oh, well, you can't really see his eye detail. Let me try to get him a little closer. See my shittier phone caught the detail perfectly. Let's Let's see. Come on, focus. Oh yeah. He's gonna haunt you in your dreams now. You can see into the. All right, just take my word for it. His eyes are those pupils, more or less, than his eyes are painted on wrong. They're slightly off center and everything like that. Otherwise, paint apps are decent. They got the right shade for his, they got the right shade for his hair. Though it might be a little lighter. It's a very realistic sort of take on Axel, but this is one of the first figures, so it's kind of understandable that it looks a little weirder than the rest. But yeah, like, the cloak is fine, everything else is fine, the chakrams look fine and painted well. I got nothing to complain about other than the face, maybe, like I said, just looking like a woman. It really does feel like they used a spare head or something like that and just placed the hair. But I don't know what the design philosophy behind these. Anyway, moving on. So like I said, once again, these are pretty much just like a Figure Arts or something like that. Very cheaper. American design philosophy. That means also, like, harder to move joints, so posability can be difficult, which is easy to fix with, like, American figures, because all you have to do is just kind of, like, expose them to, like, some sort of heat, and that should help with, loosening the joint a little bit more. But do be careful, because joints are still prone to breaking no matter what type of figure it is. But yeah, so here's where the Keyblade sort of takes a dive in quality. Look at that paint detail. That is harsh. That ain't accurate at all. Moving on up, like, the rest of the Keyblade, once again, looks pretty damn fine. Though this one, because it's, like, it gets a little more blocky, it looks, oh shit. It's a little more blocky, so, I guess it's kind of like, that looks decent enough. Very chalky, once again, down on the handle. But, and the keychain is still pretty nice. Especially that little, they changed the chain, too. That's a little detail, like the little, feather, I guess, on the side there. But yeah, Roxas looks pretty... Oh, no. There's his face. Yeah, he's much more lighter. You can see him better, but... yeah, Roxas has seen better days. Yeah. This looks like, I don't know, someone forlorn. Someone who looks as though they've seen it all and are just ready to, give up. They're just like, fuck this shit, I'm out, man. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Yeah, basically pretty much it. Like, there's not, like, the legs double jointed, really cool idea, because you can get better poses out of this. The shoes are really detailed. I like that. It's better from far away, but, because the paint and everything like that, but this is really good detailing for the shoes. I like how the laces are red compared to everything else. Like, they gave a shit about the color and everything like that. And once again, jacket looks good. Everything else looks good. Like, his face is just a little fucked up. But, you can't have everything be good. So, next figure's another Disney character, a forgotten Disney character almost. But I don't know how popular Tron is in the movie space or anything like that. I know it has a cult following. I like the movie. I like Tron Legacy 2. And this is Tron. Tron actually looks the best, really, out of all the figures. We'll get to Soren a bit, which I honestly think is the worst of them. But once again, he's better off, like all the human figures, he's better off from far away, because he actually looks pretty decent. But yeah, Tron is way better. He's way better than Mickey even. I have a feeling that some of the designers here were big fans of Tron, and they just said, oh, you know what, this will, a fun figure. But otherwise, without the detailing, he's a very bland figure too. That dull grayish blue, but it's brought out by the blue highlights and everything like that. It's really nice, once again. Especially look at this back, right? This is all detailing. This ain't carved in on, like, the front a little bit. So this would be very, bland to look at. One thing that does disappoint me, though, his data disc is stuck on his back. He can't take it off. He can't wield it. And that's, like, Tron's signature weapon. Why can't he wield his data disc, He's just kind of feeling like that. That would make this figure even better, in my opinion. Especially because he has hands that he can hold stuff with, Like, I felt like maybe, they were going to give him a data disc, but they never did. Hell, even, like, one from Tron Legacy would have been cool, too. Like, the weird sort of frisbee with the hole in it. The blade thing. Metal blades, I think, looked like the metal blade from Kingdom Hearts Mega Man 2. But yeah, this is Tron. Nothing much else to say other than I like the movie. I like the design. Though, it could be a little bit better because really some extra sculpting in. Also, some of the paint. And, ooh, There's missing paint there and there. But yeah. Otherwise, from the front and back, he looks really good. Unless, just gotta ignore the little paint missing from his legs. But that's besides the point. Anyway, moving on to... Sora has seen better days. I don't know what this expression is. It's happiness to some sort of faults. Once again, the Keyblade, nicely done. Can't really complain. The clothing, nicely done. Nicely painted. Everything is painted from the back and everything like that. And, yeah, once again, the only problem I have is the face. And even so, with this bad face, from far away, he looks fine. Honestly, though, he has a better eye paint job than most of the other characters, though. So, that's a fix. I guess the expression could be a bit better, though. That is Sora, he's very happy and shit like that. So, that's pretty much it. And his hair is fine, too. So, moving on. In the corner for you. So, up next, we have a Dusk Nobody. So, if I could get it to focus in on the mouth. If you see in there's an inner mouth inside the head. I never noticed that detail until I played 3. But yeah, they really did it. It's a really nice figure too. All the articulation is... Oh yeah, by the way, I should say, all the articulation is pretty much the same for all the characters. Well, in some pieces, like the cloak on Axel can stop it from the legs. So it's kind of why he's standing like up all the time. But yeah, so these guys, knees, standard articulation. Nothing to be very, it's very modern. So that's pretty much it. Head can swivel, but I'm not even going to try because I think it might be glued in place and I don't want to break it if it can't. So yeah, get a lot of armor, which makes sense because these guys like to move around a lot. They actually sculpted the fingers, which is nice. Though the inside, not so much, but I don't know if that's just a detail from this or if it's also in the game. But I like how they, wrapped up. They have just everything all nice. They wrapped that up. The hands look very thin in the center, like to see the sort of ribs peeking through the skin, I guess. Really well done piece. And you know what? He's good. And there's a hole in the back, I guess, for a stand, but this never came with a stand. And honestly, I wish there was a stand that could help this guy stand up because he can barely stand up. Now for a nobody that is shit. I believe this is Roxas's. No, Roxas was the Dusk, so this is the Samurai. I forgot whose subordinates these are. Oh, no, this is an assassin. I forgot what this is. Yeah, this is an assassin, I think, right? Yeah, the Samurai is a different design. So the assassin nobody is, I believe, Luxord's. No, not Luxord, Zigbar. Now, this guy looks really nice, but as you can see, he likes to fall over a lot because his feet are fucked up. He's got no articulation in the legs except for a slight bend at the knee there and on the edge there. Like, he's got very Vortigaunt-esque feet from Half-Life. And his articulation, bend at the knee, bend at the elbow, bend up here, swivels, I think... Down there, yeah. I wish they did a whole sort of arm swivel. Makes sense for them, considering like that. I like this design a lot. It's just that they have it has a problem standing up, and I don't understand why. But easy come, easy go, and all that other jazz. So, yeah, that's the Diamond Select figures for Kingdom Hearts. They're pretty good if you want a cheap alternative to buying an expensive Japanese figure. Here's the pile of them in the corner because I just kind of tossed them off to the side for a sec. And you get some decent nobodies and good characters from far away distance. It's it's just the design philosophy of American toy designs. They just are a lot of they could be really good. Like sorry for kind of showing this butchered like. Yeah, this guy broke. Well, this is the first one, but long story short, American designs have really cool things, but articulation is put aside for, I guess, look. And even then, sometimes the paint apps can be a bit weird. But then again, American toys are cheaper than the Japanese figures. But that's besides the point, which is why a lot of Transformers are actually molded in separate colored plastic. Fun fact. But yeah, these are clearly painted. They're clearly well designed, and honestly, as a cheap alternative to Japanese figures, it's worth it. You're just not, they're just slightly bigger and chunkier, which is American design philosophy. Once again, bigger is better, I guess. They have decent articulation. You get some nice poses. Like I got them in some decent poses, maybe except for Sora, but he's in a spot on a shelf that like needs space, so he's kind of doing that because fuck it, and he's kind of happy, man. So doing the happy pose, I guess. Not battle ready because he doesn't have a battle ready face. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is Marek signing out. I will see you guys later because tonight I'm going to be streaming some Resident Evil 2. See you guys then. Have a good one.